Good morning, The Wave, 94.5, 93.7, right? Listeners on the radio, online. Our guest today is one who is hype, energetic, versatile, and professional. His journey commenced at the early age of 12 when he used to play, or should I say, DJ alongside his father at various events. A graduate from the Georgetown Secondary School, his persistence, practice, and focus has allowed him to fulfill his dream as an international DJ stemming from the island of St Lucia. Over the years, he's become a musical ambassador, entertaining audiences in the UK, Canada, Antigua, Barbados, Guadeloupe, Martinique, St. Vincent, Guyana, just to name a few. Right. In 2018, he received the International Soca DJ Award at the International Soca Awards, and he was a staple DJ at major events during the St Lucia 2019 Carnival season. So, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you, right, Mr. Levi John, aka Levi Chin, aka the Turn-Up Kid.
Hey, morning, St. Lucia and the rest of the world. Rankin, boy, that mister you put in front of my name, boy, that beat me, boy.
General.
Wow, that make me feel old, brother. Yeah. But I mean, your intro, correct, very much. What do you call it? Perfect. Or greatness.
Perfect.
Like the new phone. Are we talking the iPhone? Yes, Mikey. Yes, I heard your conversation about the phone. I'm an iPhone user and I'm proud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could say that because it does exactly what I need it to do when I'm out on the road.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, a little. I guess you want a little more history about me.
Well, even before that, right? Turn-Up Kid.
Wow.
Explain that. The turn-up.
There are many things in this industry. I mean, a few of the artists we know and a few of my DJs on the outside, international DJs would know. There's a thing called shelf life. And there's a thing called rebranding. And the Turn-Up Kid was a form of me rebranding because I believe like after every 5 years, sometimes you need to rebrand because you want to target some new markets and you need some taglines along the way. So you could penetrate certain markets, and that's how it came up. The whole Turn-Up Kid. I mean, I did a lot of research on the whole Turn-Up Kid and the hashtag and see like because you cannot just use a hashtag just to loosely because sometimes somebody else might be using it and it was free. Right. And I was like, okay, good. But I mean, there's a whole lot of stories behind it, and people always tell me I look like a kid, and the whole story about you and aging, like you in reverse. Like every time you say, like every year you would come and say it's your birthday, and we don't see you look any different from the way we knew you like back then. Yeah. So I mean, it just worked, and people always tell me I turn up parties no matter where I go. So I just put it together, and that's how it just came up.
Right. So you talk about age. How long have you been doing this?
My whole life. As you rightfully said, from age of 12, and man, I'm in my 30s. I ain't gonna tell you nothing else. So that should tell you how long I've been doing this. The flying part of my whole career started basically when I invested in the brand. In terms of like, I would go out to different events around the Caribbean and to meet all the promoters and different sponsors and brand managers to see how we could get into the market. So it's just a lot of work. I mean, it's just a lot of investing. I've spent a lot of money getting the brand out there. Money I think I wouldn't make back, but it was worth it. Just getting the brand out.
Right. So you're saying with assistance with certain individuals, you were able to penetrate the market overseas, right, by getting that opportunity, right? We see that you more or less a returning DJ at a lot of events. For example, in Barbados, that's about Barbados, crop over.
Well, I've been doing crop over for like the last 5 years. And I remember the first time I went to crop over, I did an event called Lush. That's a big cooler fete in Barbados. And I actually did that, just as a marketing, just to get out there, just for people to see the Levi, the Turn-Up Kid. And that was it. And then I linked up with Future, who's one of my agents, who was Puffy's manager. And then he put me on this band called Aura. Aura is the band that Rihanna brother basically owns. And that was it. From the time you own certain brands, a lot of people, you know, because certain brands wouldn't allow you to be on the event if they don't believe in you. So that was like a platform for me, you know, to really get into the market.
So you said, okay, the band Rihanna Brothers owns, but you mentioned the band Rihanna jumps in.
And that's the band that Rihanna jumps in, which is Aura. Yes, so that's a band that I play every year for Kropo.
So that sounds like a big link.
Yeah,
right?
it is, definitely.
So tell us about your networking. How do you go about that? Because again, you mentioned Puffy's manager is your
one of my agents.
One of the agents, right? But how does one, like an agent, identify Levi as the one to turn up the party?
It has a lot to do with what we call social media and what you put out and what you sell. I try my best to be very heavy on my social end. Like I do what I feel is important and what is required in the industry to be out there, which is the proper flyers, the mixtapes, the photo shoots, and all those things are, you know, are important to the brand. And the moment you kind of like not on par with that, you just lose everything.
All right. So it's all about the regular postings.
Yeah, the regular postings.
Right. When to post. So that's all that is marketing.
All that is marketing.
Right? But I have to focus on one of your posts. Right. Recently, a couple of weeks ago, you were at Notting Hill Carnival.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
And you took a photo.
Right.
From the truck, an aerial photo.
Right.
Of the revelers. Right. And all you could have seen was a sea of St Lucian flags.
Boy,
now, this same photo, right, was published last weekend, right, on the Star newspaper, was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us about that. And also, did you get credit for that? Did the Star newspaper credit you for? Compensate you?
I've seen it on Facebook, but to be honest, I haven't seen the paper itself, like the physical paper. So I don't know there was any credit. But it's amazing how this happened. This photo happened. It was myself. I was playing, and Lance was on the mic. That's the Lancelot. And then I just had my phone up in the air, just taking random shots and taking video at the same time. And I'm telling Lance, let's see the amount of Lucians who are on the road. You understand, for nothing. And I'm like, yo, bro, tell them put up the flags. And that was it. And that was it. I mean, I've done Notting Hill Carnival before, and that's the first time I've actually seen so many flags.
All right, so cool. So therefore, again, you guys repping St Lucia,
right,
like overseas, right? So as a DJ now from St Lucia, who travels often enough, right, internationally, how do you bring our Lucian music, our Lucian culture to new borders?
Wow. I mean, it's. Oh, sorry. I mean, it's easy because the artists themselves is doing their own fair share of the music. You understand? What we as DJs do, we basically put the artists who are not flying or not moving as, you know, the regular guys will be the umper, the black boy. What we as DJs do, we put on like an hour set or something to present more of the music of the artists that people don't know. So the artists, everything works hand in hand. The producers, the artists, and the DJs. And I think that's what's really important, the whole movement of the music out of St Lucia. You understand? They want a little gray areas here and there, but I feel we definitely getting it. But
when you travel, when you go overseas, do you play a lot of St Lucia music?
Of course, because people request that. Because I did Tortola. I did Tortola a couple months ago, and like it was amazing. And like I was going in with the Denry segment, and people were like, "We want more." I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but it's like we really, really penetrated in certain markets out there. So that would basically be. I'll be honest with you. It's like 60% right now to 70% of my set.
Okay.
when I head out, St Lucia music, and that would be the then reset.
Okay, and also, all right, so coming back to the music, right, and even in St Lucia now, right, we know during the season, that week of Carnival, there is an influx of visitors, right?
Boy, that's what they come for.
And, right, and you keep saying that's what they come for. So how do you, like, in your paint style, during the season, when we have those individuals, because again, that's a form of marketing, because these individuals will leave, right, with that experience. Okay, Cape St Lucia, this guy Levi Chin played, and I had an amazing time, right? What goes through your head, right, when you perform on a big stage, right, to all those foreigners?
I mean, it's just simple. I always see, like, for instance, this year I had a very amazing experience that had to do with one of Just So Fun events, which is called Indulgence. The full set was music from St. Lucia. I try my best to do it because I think it's important that we do it. I mean, sometimes it's a bit risky because you're trying to teach people, or trying to educate people about your music and culture. It's kind of like risky because you're here and there.
Yeah. So
you're thinking about your brand, your career, because sometimes you will be like, what? I wonder if I go in that set, boy. Like, people just watch me like, okay, what is he playing there? Like, but I feel we reach a stage right now where people are tuned, and they are willing, and their mind is set on getting our music.
All right,
through them,
All right, so all right, cool. I get you. Now, how do you stay current and fresh, right? Because music has a shelf life. DJs have a shelf life. Artists have a shelf life.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You've been doing it at the age of since 12. Right. You are quote unquote 30 something. Right. And there are so many younger DJs out there.
Right.
Right. How do you stay on top of things?
It's trends. Trends. You have to. The thing about, for you to stay on top of things, you have to read a lot. Read. You need to read. Find out the new tech. Find out what's buzzing. It's just a lot of reading and studying what's going on in the market. If a new phone is out, if a new technology is out, you don't limit yourself to any kind of thought patterns, or you don't stay in the shell. You just have to read a lot. Like I there's a lot of young DJs who reach out to me. Some of them even reach out as far as tell me they feel like leaving school. I'm like, no, you need that part. You need the education part of it, because there's certain parts of this industry where you need to learn bookkeeping, how to save, how to put money aside for your photo shoots, how to do what you call sponsored advertising, and all those things. I mean, I do a lot of research about those things, and I mean, I'm a part of two entities, which is Team Soca and Rhythm Stream, and that's a base of DJs, and we always have conversations on how to remain relevant, what's changing, what's buzzing, what's not, what's that kind of. So it's constant.
And those entities, where are they from?
Boy, Team Soca it started in New York, and we have like over 50 something DJs from all over the world. Rhythm Stream is based in Miami. They also do my bookings too. So it's just a constant conversation among us in the group. And Team Soca is like, just name like who's in the group. We have Washify, who's a major laser. We have Puffy. We have Freeze, New York. We have a whole stack of DJ Steven, Levi Chin, Miami. So like we always talking, like on different topics on what we should change to remain current. I think we should stop doing this. You understand? I'll also have my management team who's based right here. We have constant conversations of, okay, Levi, if you're not traveling this month, what can we do with the brand to keep it going? And they would be like, okay, I think you should drop a mixtape or something, so at least you have it going. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I have like 7 agents.
Right.
And they constantly ask me to get certain things done to keep the brand fresh.
And those agents are where?
This Martinique, Trinidad, Miami. I have like about 3 of them in the US. I have one in Barbados, which is Future. And then I have one who's based in, the one in Trinidad. He does bookings as far as Berlin and those Germany and those places. So I have people who's like in the circles and they're well connected to what's going on in the different markets. Right. So they tell me what to do and what not to do.
Right. Oh, so you mentioned Trinidad. I know you were in Trinidad this year. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, boy.
And that opportunity.
Yeah, that's
will you be returning?
Yeah, I'm going back to Trinidad. I mean, there's also this discussion going on with Trinidad because I'm planning to do a lot more events next year. But for sure, I'm in Trinidad. I worked with a band called Paparazzi this year. Really good band, and that band had people like Maya. Right. And I mean, you heard the whole story with French. It's not French. It was what's his name? We make this whole conversation about girls jumping up in
Drew Budden.
Right. Yeah. They were part of this band.
Right.
With the people that he was that he was talking about. So I mean, it was really good. I mean, yesterday I got a call.
Was that Love and Hip Hop?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of things happening. Like yesterday, I got a call concerning the next band in Trinidad. So there's a lot of things going on.
All right.
You know,
that's good. The brand. So you said again, you always work on that brand, Levi Chin. Where do you see that brand? Do you see it only as in music?
No.
As a DJ, right? And if not the brand Levi, you know, what are your ambitions post music?
Well, next year for sure, I want to get into production, into rhythms and even songwriting. That's one of the things I want to head into next year. Also, something a little different business-wise, but still using the name to, generate. So I'm going to something a little different in terms of business, not just. I didn't want to just do music because there will come a time where I will say, you know what? I think that's it.
When is that time?
Not not anytime soon. But there will come a time where I mean, come on, let's be honest. Imagine me trying to struggle 50, 60 years trying to turn up a crowd.
Yeah, well, they have that, there is David Rodigan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, of course there's the David Rodigans. I mean, that's one of the people I study and what he has done for the industry in terms of reggae dancehall music. But I just believe I don't feel I want to just be doing that. I want to probably open up a DJ school or something just to teach the young guys. You know, I mean, I have 2 DJs right now that I work with personally. DJ High C and also DJ Cheng that I work with personally to help them, to develop the brand and I already start, sharing the knowledge because I think it's important. I can't keep it for myself. That makes no sense.
Right.
You must share the knowledge. It's important. Right. But it's not easy. It's not easy out there. As they say, we are small. What do you call us? Small island, small country.
Just a small nation.
A small nation. It's not easy out there because I've been through some really, really tough situations out there. Some of them I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just move on.
Right.
But it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it hasn't been an easy job.
No, it's a lot of work. Next year, 2020, and I keep on stressing on this. 2020 will be one of the years I'm going to work even harder because we're just working on certain things for the US. A lot of people have been reaching out to me for the US market up to last night, and I will tell you, 2020 definitely we will be targeting the US, and we'll be doing a really huge tour of the US next year for sure.
Yes, how about you? Because
we're looking
in the UK, right?
Yeah, we're looking at
a lot of carnivals.
Berlin Carnival for sure.
Yeah, that's big.
That is huge. Also soca in Japan.
Wow.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in the background. I'm really involved in. So it's just a lot of work. I'm just trying to go into new markets because I don't want to be doing the same markets all the time because you get watered down because
you don't want to be complacent.
No, you don't want to be complacent. I'm somebody I don't want to be too comfortable in markets.
And with your accolade, International Soca DJ of the Year 2018,
boy, that
how did that propel your career?
Wow. It's that and also Team Soca because I think when it comes to soca music, it's a real personal thing for me. And I must say, winning the award has definitely, I believe that's one of the reasons to Trinidad was one of the places that people reach out to me a lot by winning the award. Trinidad is one of the areas I must see for sure. And also the videos too.
Okay, the videos that you.
Yeah, people. I must bring this in. You see, capturing live. That is very important to the brand. I must add this. This is very, very important. I mean, you could take a photo if you're in front of a crowd.
True.
And promoters will just watch it like, okay, alright. But when you get that live and you send it out and you market it, and the live, one of my lives, I believe the live that got me even to Trinidad was this event. Just Fun had an event called Escape. Was it Escape? Yeah, it was Escape. And I did a video for that. And that video went viral.
Okay.
These little videos are very, very important to the brand. It's a lot of brand, it's a lot of marketing. Because remember, this world, because of technology, Mike is a DJ now. Mike is a Mike has always been. Look, I see Mike dancing, Mike put up his hand, and I see I hear music mixing. I was like, what really going on here, boy? I mean, the technology has changed. There's more DJs now. So the thing about it is now, what separates you from Mike? Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of work. I just maintain you just have to put in the work, and what you put out there is what you will get in return. So if you put out nonsense, you know how it goes.
Yeah, it's true.
You know the cycle. You put out nonsense, you know what's gonna happen. It's just nonsense.
All right. Well, we know you've been working hard. From where you were. For all those who don't know, Levi used to sell shoes too. Yeah, boy.
And I must say, it was good because it made me a better person. Okay. Because it was a platform for me to socialize with people, like how we, you understand, like how we talking, right? Yeah. So it was good.
So, what advice would you like to give aspiring DJs or radio personalities? People who want to get out in that music industry.
Schooling. School is very important, especially the young. It's important that you stay in school. Yeah. You need school because you need to read. Because sometimes you have to hold the mic, you have to make an announcement, you have to read. It's the reading. You have to read a lot. Yeah. That's my advice. Just remain focused. And decide where you want to really go. Because right now there are so many choices. There are so many choices right now in DJs. You could be a hip hop DJ, you could be a soca DJ, you could be a dancehall DJ. You just have to make up your mind which one you want to do. Or if you want to be open format and you want to do all. But I have built ticklish when it comes to trying to do all sometimes, because sometimes you have to sort of focus on one more than the other. Because you can't be all over the place. Yeah, but that's my advice. School, you have to read a lot. Read is the most. That's just me. I try my best to always read up on a lot of things in the industry and entertainment news, even things I might not even have to do anything with DJing. Sometimes I bring those little situations in my sets. So that when I talk on the mic and people be like, you really, Levi, why would you say something like that? But reading is the most important thing to me, and that's the advice I could give. And let's stay headstrong. A lot of people tell me this wouldn't work, you know. What I'm doing there would never work.
Meaning, like, as a DJ or
like you on a stage, how you like perform. You talking and you're noisy. I'm noisy, and that won't change me. Right. I am noisy. That's my personality. Turn up. That's just me, bro. That's just me. I'm noisy. But noisy class. So, I mean, just be you. And just make the way you play as a DJ. Just make sure it's your personality. So just be you. Because a lot of people say, Levi, this noisy thing you're doing there ain't gonna work. And
look at where you are today.
Yeah, your tribe. I call it your tribe. As long as you find your tribe, you're good.
Alright, good. Well, Levi,
Mike, so you're a DJ.
Yeah.
You know, Ranking, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Ranking, people tend to forget. Ranking.
Yeah.
Years ago, I used to go and see this gentleman. When he talks about reading, ask him to read.
Yeah.
I used to go and get shoes there.
Yeah.
He used to get the BET magazine, not the what do you call it? The sauce.
The sauce. That's
all the
right,
magazines
that's
there.
Right.
He was on radio, he doesn't know where to get. All he used to do is have his little mixes while he in a little room. And you're my DJ.
Yeah, but
I mean, the technology is there. You could use it, but we started off when we had the final.
That's right.
And that was a top thing. Because when the needle gone, you're gone. Yeah. And then there was no BPM. You guys know BPM the thing.
BPM in your ear.
No, but
That's right.
You also
That's right.
have to remember that we'd always have a backup needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always.
In case your backup gone.
Yeah.
No, your backup.
I mean, there was a lot of drama with playing vinyl. Sometimes you play a dance, Mikey, and your record.
Somebody moving from the sleeve,
Yeah.
And I'm
You can't find it.
Yeah.
And you had to make somebody, people watching you and you there. Somebody moving.
The classic one, the big 50 cent piece.
Yeah.
You have to use that big 50 cent piece to put on the needle.
Yeah.
Because that
Put it there. That's why you gotta get the chords.
Nowadays it's easy for Levi. Turn up kid, it's easy. BPM.
And then there was a piece of technology that you could have put on your board below your mixer that used to read the BPMs. Even before the laptop.
That was past me. My thing was the Concords, Stanton, Techniques,
1200s, 1210s.
Yeah.
That was back. That was the good times.
Tascam mixer, Pyramid mixer, Gemini.
And then you have, one turntable that's a little bit off. So you put it sync it, right? It wouldn't be the same speed.
Yeah.
So you had to more or less figure out exactly
how to work out your speed and stuff. And back in the days, it was all about your hearing.
Right now, fellas, no headphones.
No headphones.
Just check the wave.
But I don't read them though. That's no headphones them. I don't read them.
Let me be honest with you.
I'm just joking.
A lot of people ask me questions about it. I mean, 2 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to use it, you use it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still this conversation about the laptop, and for instance, the EDM DJs use thumb drives.
Yep.
So there's still this conversation,
Well, for me, it don't matter. Once you're able to entertain the people.
At the end of the day, the ladies
and the industry has changed. The industry has made it a little lazy for the DJs to have all those rhythms. Back in the day, we didn't have rhythms. One rhythm and 5, 6, 7 songs. We didn't have that back in the day.
You remember?
You didn't have that at all. So it was kind of tough, and you had to always ensure that you're prepared. You know what song you're going to play after. You had to prepare.
Right.
Nowadays,
and your box was limited too.
Exactly.
So it's not like you have an entire hard drive of songs.
Yes.
And how many?
You have to select your box before you leave your house.
How many box guys you like before? Right now, DJs rolling for a laptop.
Yeah. In my time, we used to carry 2 crates and a 45.
A partner like that.
Or 45 Ks, right? And underground, used to help me out, because the way we used to do it is that when you go into the fete, all men have a crate, So
let me give you a
so everybody going inside.
Let me give you a classic situation. I played a dance from 8 to 6 o'clock next morning.
Right.
It took me some time to learn how to play an hour.
Right.
And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now it's an hour.
Because right now you play an hour and a half. I'm like, how y'all guys do this hour? I don't know that. I don't know this.
5, 6, 7 hours. Yeah.
Right now,
just an hour max. Yeah.
Partner.
Yeah, it's changed.
It's changed.
In England, we used to play Vlackers, which was a lot heavier. And that too was the best.
What is that?
Yeah, it's the same sort of It's sort of like vinyl. It's vinyl, but it's sort of like more coming from the producer. It's kind of a little heavier than the vinyl. So that too was, and the dance too was different. In England, I mean, you had to be talking in every. At one time, I remember doing a dance and I had no MC. Well, I was talking. Richard Frederick was doing his law degree at the time, and he happened to be the MC for me. He's the one talking on the mic, and I was. He was there, and I was playing the music, and he was talking to me.
He's a hype man, right?
He's a hype man.
I see him on a boat.
He's a hype man, long time.
He's a hype man.
Hype man, So, but times have changed.
It has changed too. I mean, before it was a lot more mixing, mixing. Right now, you need a hype man. Yeah. A lot of events you need a hype man. You need somebody on the mic.
Some form of
entertainment.
Further entertainment.
Right. Yeah. They have times for instance, I had to learn certain things. Like I had to limit certain things I used to do in sets before, especially for certain countries.
Yeah.
You need to talk less on the mic. Yeah. Sometimes you need to talk more.
Right.
So it depends on right.
Levi, we got to bring you back, man, because my good friend is using Android, so his tape is running out.
You serious? Who using Android? Who's that? No, you keep on mentioning it. You serious? To the right?
You need an A14 bionic chip.
No.
Anyway, but thanks.
Before we go, read all about Levi Chin. Dazzle issue 12. You could get it online at dazzlemag.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, right? And also subscribe to our channel on YouTube, where this episode of Dazzle Hangout will be uploaded and viewed to see Underground Networks.